because Kcca in their last encounters against Sporters in the past about 3 to 4 seasons, they have not won against Sporters Volleyball Club. Sporters has always been victorious against Kcca in the previous games, and we look forward to see what the result is going to be this evening. And we see the lineup for Sporters. We are having the usual players. We are having Moses there in setting department. We are seeing Alan and Jonathan as the receiver attackers, and we see Daniel Boom going to play as the opposite of the day. Then we are having Samuel Okia. Their starting lineup, I'm seeing a change from we are going to see and we shall also see on the service they are trying to go after the receiver attackers of Sporters Volleyball Club. And Daniel, there goes Daniel. Good touch on Kcca block. Ball goes to Alan. Does it go through? Yes, he does. Good point there from him. Power on that ball to go through the block. I was still mentioning on Kcca we are going to see so many aggressive attacks, and on Sporters side, of course, we are expect to see the middles going and some impressive block plays there. Yes, but otherwise we expect to have a wonderful matchup here. Daniel, good touch there from Carlos. Kcca is starting quite well on the blocking there, especially how they are handling Daniel. He is shut down on this one. Good block there from Kcca. I would like to see this evening what type of difference that Odeke will need to bring to the team, because we saw him coming off the bench in the previous game. He has been the bench player coming in to meet that role. And it's not today the coach is not on him. So we hope to see what type of difference he's going to make. Attack there from Kcca, and they get that point. And I see the setter is going to get his attackers moving so that he can try to work around that Sporters block. So we shall see him trying to give all his players the ball. And for Sporters, we all know they have their go-to players, but at the moment, the setter has so many options. He can go to the middle, he can go to Daniel, he can go to Jonah, and he can also go to Alan. So we just need to see how. I think both teams need to find ways to make a difference in different departments. Kcca needs to ensure that their services are good, Sporters as well, and of course for Sporters they need to make sure that their block is working, because that is their main, that is their greatest aspect at the moment. And that is 6 for Sporters and 4 for Kcca. The game has started quite great. We can see the competitiveness there. We can see both teams are trying to go hard on the attacks. We can see that also Sporters is trying to line up their blockers and also serve quite hard. Service there for Kcca. 5 for Kcca and 6 for Sporters. It's a good start, good service there, but that's a great pick from Jonah. He went a little bit early on that one and is unable to score on the ball. Good touch on the block. Free ball for Sporters. Alan picks that one. Ball goes to Daniel. Yes, he gets that point, and that is the first clean point that we are seeing from Daniel Boom. And we are going to see so many attacks coming in from him. He's the opposite, and the setter Moses likes to use his opposites. He likes to get them doing what opposites are supposed to do. We are going to see a lot of Daniel coming in, and of course having Jonathan out there as well as Alan is also another challenge. Of course, we shall see the middles as well, Emil here and Sam. So just know, Sporters is the setter tends to use all his attackers to play against the block, to play against the opponent. And Kcca will most probably be relying so much, of course, as well on their opposite, Carlos. Tough pick there. Ball is kept in play. Carlos touchdown by Alan and Okia. Good block there. Monster block. And it is the first that we are seeing in this game on the side of Sporting. Against Carlos there. But of course, we saw a few blocks at the start of the game. Quite impressive plays there from both sides. And Sporting seems to be pushing for a lead here. They've now pushed 2 points away. Tough play there, taking advantage of the setter. And I can see that Natal knows that Moses is there in position 2, and he's sending those balls there in 4. And since we are having Odeke Vincent on the front court, he has to move and take some away from the blockers there in 4. Good pick there from Alan. Ball goes to Alan. Yes, he gets the point. That is a good play. Again, back to the 2-point lead there for Sporting, and the setter is going into the service box. So we are having Daniel back on the front court. Same for Kcca, 3 attackers on the front court for both sides. So that means the blocking is on. Ball goes behind. Is it on? No. Waiswa misses quite a big chunk there off the court. Service again for Sporters. I think that is 10 for Sporters and 7 for Kcca. Pick there from Maisa. Ball goes to Vincent in the jump. A little bit of miscommunication there between Alan and Moses on who to take that ball. But that is a point for Kcca. Smart play there from Vincent to look at that gap and put that ball there. From Sam this time, and yes, the setter goes for him. Good attack there from Samuel Ngwau. Good pick. Just a lovely play there between him and the setter. And I think the blockers did not expect him to get that ball because he made the reception. And good effort there from Kcca to try and keep that ball in play. We know Nabandi Sharif as a libero that doesn't give up. We saw how he played in OBB the previous season, a season ago, 2 seasons back. He was that die-hard libero, and we still see that spirit in him. You see, he doesn't want the ball to land on his court, but that's good. Good play there from Odeke Vincent through the middle. And like I said, he's going to be a go-to player so much in this game. And of course, we are seeing as well Jongak there, or Andrew for Kcca playing in the middle as well. And I see Chol is also available, and like the previous one for Kcca where we did not see him. Daniel gets that touch, yes. Good play there from him. He gets that touch. I felt like he struggled a little bit on that ball in the way he tends to jump on it, but he gets the touch and he gets that point. Again, you can see Sporters has started quite well this game with a good lead. Kcca is still trying to understand who is their go-to player. We've not yet seen Carlos. And I think also the service is a little bit tight for the receiver attackers. This is a little bit tight for the receiver attackers. I wouldn't say the same for the libero as well. The referee calls a foul there on Emos here on that ball. But good pick there from Moses from the backcourt to save that ball. And good attack, of course, from Elijah. Tough stuff there, but good pick from Alan. Ball goes to here, and he gets that point. And like I said, the setter is having 3 attackers on the front court. Of course, now he's coming on the front court, but he's been having 3 attackers, and he's using all attackers. So the block needs to see who to commit to, really. But We are yet to see that attacking pressure as well from Kcca. Dump, is it kept alive? Unfortunately, no. But that's a smart play from Carlos. He knows they're expecting a hard attack, but then he goes for the dump and he gets that point. Tough play there from Alan. Tough play there from Alan, and that ball goes out. And Kcca has tried to close that gap now back to 3 points. And you see that they are trying to take some little bit of service pressure there. But I think Moses is trying to take advantage of Naptal. He knows the setter is there in 4. And this time he chooses to go to Okia, and that ball goes out. So Kcca is trying to push Sporters here and try to catch up. And now they are just 1 point behind. Like I said, it's a competitive game. And now we are seeing 2 errors from Sporters there. Errors that they shouldn't have in this moment. And of course, tough play there. Moses is there. Alan decides to go for it, and he sends that ball back. And Sporters is able to get a break. Service there. Touch, no, and that point goes to Sporters, and they're back to the 3-point lead. They're back to pushing that gap wide, and MLK is going back to serve. He's also quite a good server, has that good float service, and tends to put service pressure if he's consistent. Because sometimes there are issues of inconsistency, and you can see that service pressure. But Naptal is just a little bit stronger than Alan on that one, and he gets the point. Something there for Alan, but Moses is handling it. That's a little bit well, and he's able to keep it in play. And ball goes to John on the backcourt. Good cover there. A little bit of tough communication there. Is that ball? Yes, it's out, and that's an error there from Waiswa. Good play there from Jonathan. He came off that pipe, and Jonathan tends to be he's usually an opposite, but right now he has to step into that receiver attack position so that Sporters can have Daniel playing as the opposite and give them that block and that attack, and then also have Jonathan coming through the pipe and score for them. So you see that Vincent is struggling to get past Sam a little bit there, and that's just a miss set there from him and the setter. A little bit of bad poor connection there between him and the setter. And now Kcca is forced to call the first time out. And just in these points that we've seen that Kcca is not yet into their game, where we see that Carlos is coming in hard, where we see that also Elijah is coming in maybe on the pipe or coming into attack. So they're struggling a little bit, and also the blocks are not yet settled down. And you'd give that credit to the setter from the Sporting side because he's playing against the block. He's using all his attackers, front and back. Even when he's on the front court, he's looking for those back court. So that is a good play, and Kcca needs to have put some little bit of service pressure on Sporters to be able to push themselves back into this game, into this set, and they need to also connect well in the middle to get their middles going and play against the block, because we've seen about 4 blocks already from Sporters in just this set alone, and just 2 from Kcca's side. The backcourt comes in, but is it kept alive? No. Good attack there from Elijah. And that is what I'm talking about. You have to get all your attackers in the game so that the block knows that all your attackers are moving, and you have a chance to have to give your attackers a 1 versus 1 block. From Agara. Sam comes in, this time he's blocked. Jonah takes up the setting. Daniel, an error from him in the attack. Try to look for that cross court, but he's unable to get it and makes an error. And now Kcca is back 2 points. That timeout seemed to have improved their momentum and brought them a little bit back into this game. Alan Moses goes to Alan and he gets that point. This is what's interesting. I don't know what people out there who are watching are seeing, but the setter is setting where you least expect, because I personally at this moment thought that if Alan has made the reception, that ball was probably going to Daniel in position 4, but it goes to Alan still. The blockers are a little bit caught off guard. And the Kcca setter is now doing the similar thing. You see that he chooses to go for the pipe on that ball despite having his attackers there, and he gets that point. Despite having his 3 attackers, he gets that point. And now we see substitution by Kcca. We see Owen is coming on and Ijongat Andrew is off. And I actually hadn't noticed how Owen had not started this game, because he has been also those difference makers for Kcca. That ball is on. Good attack from Samuel, and wow, Sam is going to bring the heat as always. He's a player that brings the heat in the middle. He will block and he will still attack. He's that middle player that is just there to do what middles are supposed to do. That's a good play from him. Yeah, and the setter knows that he's there and he's looking for him. Good catch there from Elijah. Pipe again, but this time it's kept alive. Alan sends that ball. It's a little too tight and it's an error. Now Kcca is back to 2 points, and we are in the late game here. Both teams cannot afford to make an error, especially an error on balls which you should actually play quite easily. And substitution is coming on. They're bringing Chol, and I think that is also coming in. The substitution is coming in specifically to improve the block and also bring in a little bit of a difference in the setting department and maybe bring that change, because Chol, the setter who tends to attack quite a lot, but also can't play against the block. That is kept alive. It's a free ball, yes, free ball for Sporters, and Ojangole gets that one. Ball goes to Daniel. And that is an error again from Daniel. Yeah, and Daniel has struggled to start up this game. And now Kcca has caught up because of errors from the Sporters side. And I feel this is the time when maybe the coach look for the timeout, and yes, he doesn't. And several errors, several attacking errors. Daniel has struggled. He's not had a good start in this game. He started with the blocking, yes, but in the attacking department, he has only scored 1 good point on the attack and 1 clean point on the attack. And you see Jonathan has also made an error on the attack. these are attacking errors from players. You do not expect to actually have attacking errors. And Kcca is profiting off it. They're just sending that service and allowing them to just struggle with their errors. But that is a good effort there from Kcca to catch up those 3 points, especially now it being a late game. Touch there from Elijah, and that point goes to Sporting. And Sporting is back in the lead, and double substitution is coming in here. Julius is going to come on for the service for Daniel, and you see Duke for the first time in the past weeks, the past 2 games for Sporters. Duke is back on court. He was off injured, but now he's back, and this is his first game since playing against KVC, which was the first game for Sported. And let's see what difference he can make for the team here, because that is giving the court attacking options. Ball is kept alive. Ball goes to Jonathan, and he gets that point. Sporters gets that point from Jonathan, and now they're starting again. But if Kcca getting this dump, well read, ball goes to Jonathan again. Julius is just looking for Jonathan, and he has just gone to Jonathan the past 2 balls, and they've gotten that point. And now it's the first set point for Sporters Volleyball Club. Are they going to get this point, or will Kcca try to put some pressure? And now Kcca is calling the second time out of this game. They had caught up and they were in a good place, but now Sporters has taken back the lead, especially with that substitution. Julius is bringing that service pressure that the team is looking for. Of course, forcing Kcca to bring back free balls, and you see that Kcca is also looking for solutions now. A good pick from Kcca. Ball goes to Elijah, and he gets that point. Good play there from him. Now Kcca has a chance once again to maybe catch up and push themselves in the state. And Sporters is just looking for that 1 point. And in this moment, I don't know where that ball is going to go. Alan picks it. Shut down. I think that was quite well made by Kcca, and that ball goes in the middle, 3-man block, and they get that block. And Sporters need to get this point right now, otherwise the pressure is going to be on them, and they may struggle a little bit. And Kcca has a chance, like I always say, it's not over until it's over. And now they're just using 1 point switch to close up that gap and take us to 8 points there. And ball goes to Emoki again, and Elijah goes for it on the attack, and it's kept alive. Ball goes to James. And we are going to 24 here. Good player from Kcca, and it's a wonderful block there. They are reading the game quite well, reading the setters play there. And they know where that ball is going, and they go and take that block. And now the only option that is there is Duke, and he's a player that has just come off injury. So I don't know if the setter could trust him to give him that ball. ball. Now Kcca has the lead of the set here. And Coaches is back from that timeout. I think the coach needed to get his players and speak to them and see how they can make a change. Because right now, Kcca has the advantage. The blocks are working, and Jonah gets that point. And now it's 25-25 again. So let's see. I'm just really curious to see who is going to take this set, because Spotters had that good lead and they didn't get it. And now we see that Malik is coming in to serve, of course, to also bring that service pressure against Kcca. But I still feel that Kcca has the advantage right now because they are fired up. They are fired up for this set, and I want to see what they can do. And I want to see what difference that Malik could bring onto this court. Service there from him. Ball goes to back top, and it is an error there from Elijah, and that ball goes out. I think that this is what service pressure does. They bring in a server, and the setter is probably nervous. Where can he put that ball? Again, Malik to serve, and it's now a set point for Spotters Volleyball Club. Serve to play there, ball goes to Carlos, and it is out, and Spotters take the set. And allow me to mention this, I think the errors tend to cost teams. Now you see, Kcca had that chance, but now the last 2 points, they just made free for, they've just given Spotters 3 points, because they've made 2 attack errors and Spotters get the set. And now, back to Spotters now. It was 21-24, and now they've made those errors. And I would like to see what both teams are going to do in the second set to see that they maybe make a difference there, because I think Kcca is now feels they have that chance, they have that gap to make points. So I want to see what difference both teams can make, either in terms of the errors and in terms of service pressure, and also the blocking, literally everything. So let's stay on. It's a competitive game. It's challenging. Let's stay on for set 2 and see how that goes. And we are back for set two. Same lineup, four spotters as they did in the start. We're seeing Alan, Jonathan, okay, Emmanuel, Daniel, and then Kcca. We see now Owen is starting ahead of Jongat Andrew, and we see Odeke Vincent is there. And Kcca, I think, is doing that to push so much through the middles, to get their middles going. And then, of course, Spotters, Daniel didn't have a good start. So I want to see what difference is he going to play the Daniel game that we've seen in the previous games, the Daniel that we've seen in the playoffs last season, and also the previous games that Spotters has played. So let's just look out and see. That's a good kick from Alan, and ball goes to him. Good attack there. He literally has no blocker there. And that's good movement there from Sam to get the blockers to jump to him. Of course, again, good start for Spotters there to get that first point. Kcca is having three attackers on the front court as well. Good serve there. Good touch there from Moses. Now it's a free ball for Kcca. Peter goes to the middle. Good touch from Agabe again, and it's a free ball. Kept alive again, and now ball goes to Daniel, and he goes high on the hands. Is it a free ball? Ball set to Carlos, and Daniel is there on that block. Now ball goes to Elijah, and it's out. Tough defense there for Moses, and that ball is then it's not kept alive. But good effort from both sides. I think this is one of the longest rallies that we have had so far. Waiswa to serve. Good serve, good pick there from Alan. Ball goes to Sam, and there's an error there from him. Let's take a look again and see. I think that is an error there from Moses and Sam. Sam touches the net a little bit there, and I think that was the ball seemed to be a little bit short. A service error from Waiswa. I think that is the first service error we are seeing from him. The first service error in the set. We didn't actually see many service errors in the first set. They were quite few from both sides, almost unnoticeable. But that is also a service error from Alan. Alan is usually not a hard server. He usually just places the ball on court, but I think he tries to risk it on that one, and he goes out. Now Vincent to serve. Good server there. Sam comes in, and this time he gets that point. Good connection there from Moses to Sam to get that point. And this time he's just far away from the net, and he's able to get that point. Good play from him. Service from Sam, and now we see Okia is on. That's some service pressure there from Sam. Now ball goes to Daniel, and he gets that point. One blocker, 1-1 there against Carlos, and he gets that point. Another service error there from the Scottish side. That was from Emofia. Good pick there from Jonathan. Blocked, but ball is kept alive. Now it's Daniel, and Sharif is just there to pull it down. But then there's an error from the backcourt from Weisler there. Good play from Daniel, good play from Sharif to just bring that ball up. There's so much heat on the ball that comes from Daniel, but Sharif is able to just dissolve that one and just put that ball in play. This time the pipe works quite well there from Weisler, and he gets that point. See Ike signature here asking, where's Jonah? Bro, Rukundo Yadawa. Rukundo is actually around today. He's on the bench. He's present on the bench. If you're lucky, you might see him get on court for the team, but he's there on the bench. Not a good serve, but for the jump serve, risking it. Let's see, the coach is talking to him a little bit there, I think, regards to his service. But Kcca is trying to push again here and see. I think the game is going exceptional. Serve play there for Alan, and I think that's a bit of miscommunication. A serve, a good service from Owen. Owen also tends to bring the heat on the service. He's a good server. But Kcca is now just 1 point away to catch up. The game is still very, very early. Anything can happen in this game. Still quite early. But Ojangole now hits that one. The ball goes to Daniel. High off the hand, good touch. And it's a free ball. The free ball for Scotland, and there that the ball goes to Alan. And that is a good attack from him. Quick set, quick attack, good play there. Good effort from Kcca to keep that ball alive. Like I mentioned, Daniel is a high attacker, very hard and aggressive. And if you're able to make those good touches of his attack, you're able to give your team a chance to defend and maybe counter-attack. Yeah, starting. Ball goes to Alpha, tries to dump a little bit. Sam keeps it alive. Alan decides to jump on it, sends it to Carlos, and ball goes to 5. And Elijah gets it. I think if Kcca maintains that 5, because the Scottish seems to be struggling a little bit there. There's that space, the ball goes through Alan's hands there. And is an aggressive attacker. He'll go hard on that attack and he'll go hard to look for that point. Shut down one-on-one there by Carlos. A good play there from Carlos. Good waiting, high hands, and he shuts him down. And I think it's a good set there from Moses. Alan has just one block, but I think Carlos is just well positioned and he shuts him down. Now we are up. Now ball goes to Sam. Take a look at Sam's type of play. He's a middle player who's attacking both in position 1 and 5. Usually we see middle players who have a side where they tend to go 5 or 1, but he's consistently going both sides. I think that is making it a little bit tough there for Vincent to shut him down. Tough pick there. Elijah again on the backcourt and able to keep it alive there. play there from Elijah, and the setter gets him going. It's going to be quite good. Let's take a look at what happened there on the attack. Sam is there, but that deflection off the net just brings the ball through, and he's unable to keep it alive. But that's a good play. There, Adaba. And Sam again, this time detached from the block and kept alive. And we are not seeing so much of Carlos, by the way. There's also some confusion there on the Scottish side on who to set when the setter has defended the ball. I saw a little bit of collision there between Jonathan and Sam. Now Carlos comes in, hard attack there off of Daniel's hand, and he gets that point. Now Kcca is taking the lead for the first time here in this game and in the set. Again to Alan, and now ball goes to Daniel, and he gets that point. There's a net fault there from Carlos, but you can see the touches that Kcca is making off of Daniel's balls. We've not seen so many teams do such great touches against him. It's just been a clean attacker attacking the balls on court almost without a touch. But Kcca blocked, trying to make those touches and defend. Now Kcca gets the point. So many errors coming from the Scottish side. So many errors. A service error there from Kcca side. Should I say errors from both teams, because at this rate both teams are making several errors. Both teams are actually definitely profiting off of each other's errors more than the points they are making for themselves at this moment. Unless of course we see a change later on, but I see there are so many errors from both teams. Good block there from Jonathan. And also there's that type of blocking. Good waiting, you can see goes down high hand and brings that block. There's just a blocking difference that Jonathan makes on the net than Alan. Alan is struggling a little bit. Just want to take this chance to remind you that Alan started out as a middle player and is now playing out as a receiver attacker. Yes, and net touch there, net fault from Jonathan on the replay. Jonathan and Emma there. And it's a very clear net touch. The referee has good eyes on that one. Again, I'm going to insist on the errors both teams are making. Ball is kept alive. Free ball. Ball goes to Carlos. There's a net touch there from Scottish. Net fault. Jonathan and Emma. Just a little bit of net errors there. Again, who is this? That is an error there from both of them, actually, from Emma and Jonathan. And you can see those who were asking in the comments, Johnson Rufundo is around for the game here. And that was a question from Kcca. Rufundo is around today for the game, and this is the first game he's appearing for this season. Yeah, but maybe you will see him in many more games. Yeah. 14-14. This set is moving in a quite competitive way. Daniel is serving, and you see Moses is there on the front court. That is another error from Kcca. The errors are just a little bit too many from both sides. Sport is back in the lead on that one. And Jonathan is going to serve, and Alan is back on the front court. Is he going for the jump service or is going to go for the load? Let's see. Good play there from Kcca to get that point. There's just so many errors. I keep saying it's so many errors coming from both sides. So many errors from the Sporters side. So many errors from Kcca. Service, attack, defense errors. And now Owen is going back to bring that service pressure. And the ball goes to the libero there. Moses goes to Daniel. And he is shut down. Good block there from Kcca. And I've been mentioning how they are really going high on the hands. They're waiting for Daniel and shutting him down. Good block from Waiswa and Vincent on that ball. Service error. This is what I'm talking about. Now, they have the lead and Owen has just made a service error. Now Sport is serving again. It's time. Emma, service. Good effort there on the serve. And Waiswa comes in high off of Moses' block and he gets that point. Now Kcca is back in the lead. Service there from the Spectre. All goes to Sam and he gets that point. A little bit of poor contact there from him, but he gets that point. And Sporters is back in the lead. And the game is now just in the crucial points, late game. And we still see errors from both teams. But at the moment, both teams are having 3 attackers on the front court. So an advantage on the block and an advantage on the attack for both sides. And I'm just impressed by how Kcca is playing this game. They are doing quite well. Good defense from Moses. Alan goes for the dump. Ball is pitched there from Vincent. On the backcourt, ball is kept alive. Agaba chooses to give that ball a backcourt there to Jonathan. Is it kept alive? There's a net touch there, despite the chase there from the team. There's a net fault or from the side of Sport S. Kcca is maintaining their 1-point lead despite moving point by point. The games are late. It's the points. We are in the late game here, and a good hit there from. Now Kcca is going through. Good block there from Vincent. Good waiting. He knows that ball is coming and he waits for Sam and gets that point. And now Sporters is calling a timeout here to see what change they can make. But Kcca is playing wonderfully. They are relaxed and calm and just playing this game, playing their hearts out. They are making those good touches off the block. Despite the errors that they are having, they are making good touches. And just an impressive play from them. Good attack, Alan. I think he just puts that ball a little bit too hard in the ground there. And good set there from Moses. That impressive one-handed set there keeps Vincent in the middle and allows Alan to have that block there. Now Malik is coming on for service and of course defense, and Alan is going off. Let's see what difference he can make, because he made that difference in the previous set. Let's see if he can do it here again. But Kcca is still having the lead here in this set. Of course, good serve, good pick there from him. Ball a little bit off there for Carlos. Moses sets that one for Daniel, and he gets it. Good defense. Free ball again. He's going back to Daniel. I think it goes to Sam, and he dunks this one. Kept alive. Free ball again. Malik picks this one, and Moses goes to Daniel, and he dunks this one on court. Good player there, and taking Scottish is back here in this game. They've caught up on this game. But that's a good defense there from Sharif there. Like I told you, he's that libero that doesn't give up, doesn't allow the ball to land on his side. And also that's a smart play there from Daniel. An error there from Carlos, and Scotters takes the lead. This is we are in the late games, and that is an error there. And the fans seem to be enjoying that one a little bit, because the game is now at the points where it's very intense, and both teams have to avoid errors. I see Matthias Abale is saying Scotters is asking for water, and not over until it's over. Games are always on. So Matthias, let's wait and see who in the end of this game will be needing quite a lot of water to drink. And then Balo Caroline, thank you so much for always tuning in. She says very nice set to Moses. All of you who are watching, thank you for being on. Thank you for watching. Mariam N asks, what happened to Duke? We want to see him in action. Duke is on, and like I mentioned earlier, he has been out on injury. So he's back on today, but of course, you know, when a player is back from injury, they need that time to get used to get back into the game. And Olivia Nakunda is watching. Thank you for watching. Well done, team. That is what she says. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your team. Service. Yes, Sam gets that off the hands of Vincent. Of course, these are the errors that I am talking about. The service pressure is coming from Malik. He's making that difference. But then I think the setter needs to just relax and look for that player to give him the point. But now, of course, substitution is coming in, and Abdul is coming on as the setter. And I need to mention that the previous games, Abdul has been the go-to setter, but now we see Naptal is the setter, has been the go-to setter for this game. But now Abdul is on, and let's see if he can also maybe make that difference and mix his team up. This time it goes to Elijah, but the block is there. And back to Elijah again. And he is blocked. Good waiting there from Jonathan. Good hang time from him, and he is able to send that ball back. And now Sportes has a 3-point lead. But I'm going to say it again. In the first set, it was 21-24, and we ended up at 27-25. So I really want to see if this set is going to end differently. If Sportes going to psych up and get those 2 points, or if Kcca are going to actually get a break here and push the set. Right there from Daniel. Good play there. Backcourt, but Malik is unable to keep that one in play. Good play from Waiswa to give his team a break. And now it's a chance for Kcca to get that service in. However, Sportes is having 3 attackers on the front court. And Alusi Malik is now going back off to get back Alan into this game. What a spike from Tumkunde Jonathan. It's the first of its kind that we have seen here today, this morning. Good attack from him, good hang time, and good set there from the setter. Gets that ball right. Good attack from Jonathan. I don't know how to really explain how good that is from him. It's impressive, really. Yeah, and that is what you want to see from your attackers when you're looking to get those 2 points and finish the set. And I'm hoping that maybe the Kcca setter can see that too and get his go-to attacker, his attacker that he trusts to make for him a point. But that ball is kept alive there. And now Moses goes to Daniel and he gets that ball. But ball is out. He doesn't get the hands. And now this is where it gets tricky. I think Sporters players are now on tension because this same thing happened to them in the previous set. And as you can see on the replay, he didn't get the hands on that ball. He just hit the belt and ball was out. Do you think Sporters is going to get a break here? Guys, in the comments, do you think that Sporters will get a point from this? No, they do not. It's an error there. And I think that's not a good decision from the setter to put that ball in the middle. I see Ezekiel saying, but Kcca, you need to style up your game. This is something not very nice, as he mentioned. But again, the errors that are costing teams here. Carlos is serving. Is he going for the jump service or he's... Yes, he's going for that jump service. And that is an error. And Sporters takes the set here. Now, I know people are there watching and enjoying, but I'm saying there are quite a number. I would want to know what you guys think, those who are watching, what you think about errors that are made by players in the most crucial points, because and actually from the set, because if you're making errors from the start, then how are you not going to make an error when you need a point? So I would like to see maybe from the comments you can share what you think about these errors and what you think maybe players can do to actually minimize these errors. Because I see from both teams there's errors, and the previous set Kcca lost that set because of attack errors from their players, and now they are losing the set because of a service error from Carlos. So I want to know what you think. And also from the spotter side, there's just so many errors. You just need 1 point. Why wait for the team to make 2 points before you make one? See, Avalo Caroline says, why would you take a jump serve at the moment when you need a point? So I think she thinks that maybe Carlos could have just placed that ball on court, give it to them and see what they can do. Yeah, but let's wait. It's now 2-0. 2 sets for for Sporters Volleyball Club and 0 for Kcca. So let's wait and see which team is going to be the strongest in this third set. I want to see, are we going for the fourth set, or is Sporters just going to finish it 3-0 as they've done in their previous games? Yeah, we are back for the third set here, and I see, of course, the start is similar to the previous start that we have had for both teams, and we are going point by point, and of course, maybe later on in the game we shall be able to determine who seems most likely to go away with this set here. But again, of course, we saw a few service errors there. We saw service errors in the mid from both sides. And now Kcca gets that point from the backcourt, and they are taking the lead here in the first set. But
Again, of course, we saw a few service errors there. We saw service errors in the mid.
Daniel is blocked, but there's a net touch there. Take a look at what I've been mentioning. Kcca has done well on Kcca has done well on blocking Daniel. They are going high, they are waiting, and they are really limiting him from having a clean swings there on their court. That is an error there from Elijah on the attack there. The ball doesn't go over. And now Sportes has the lead. And take note that Chol is the starting setter here in this set. We saw him in the first set, we didn't see him in the second. But now we are seeing him here in the third set. Good attack there from Emokia. And that is the service pressure that we are talking about. You serve and maybe the reception allows, the reception doesn't allow the opponent to set. And of course, considering that deflection there from the net also, good attack there from makes it a bit difficult there for Kcca to keep it in play. Again, Waisa now, this time it's a good catch there. Ball goes to Elijah and free ball. Yes, and he gets that point. And I think, of course, the setter has to go to Elijah because he knows that Moses is blocking there in position 4. He's in 2, of course, blocking against Elijah.
Yes, and
he gets that point. And I think, of course, the setter has to go to Elijah because Elijah he knows that Moses is blocking there in 4. This is serving. Good pick there from Alan. A free ball there, a little bit of a tough state. Chol tries to go on the dump, but Jonathan is there. But unfortunately, the ball just goes through, and Chol gets it. I like I mentioned, Chol is a setter that wants to dump those balls, to send them back, the second touch, to just disorganize the blockers and commit the outside blocker to him so that he can get his attackers moving. Service there from Jonathan. Jonathan has gone off the jump service and is now on the floating service. But that's a good block there from Alan, shutting down Carlos on the backcourt. And I got a conversation going here in the comments, and I'm going to just going one by one there in the middle, in between the game. So please take note. I've taken note of your comments, and I'm going to read them out because I had asked a question about the errors and the services. So please keep sending in your comments. I would like to see what you people think, especially about the errors on both sides, not necessarily just service. I want to know what you think about the errors that are being made on both sides, especially in the late game points. What do you think people could do differently? And service there from Israel, and okay, that misses the court on that one. You see that Ijongat is back on court for this set, and I don't see Vincent. I see they've chosen to go to Owen there. A deflection there from the net, and MLP misses the court, and we are tied here on 8-8, but Sportes gets that point and now back in the lead. And of course the evening is just getting hotter and hotter here. Play there from Chol. a little bit stronger there against Alan, and he gets that point. I wonder what determines who gets that ball back to the opponent's side. Is it the energy, or it's who gets to the ball first, or it's who is on top of the ball, above the ball, and who is below? I want to know who is that. Those balls on the net, those 50-50 balls where two people have to go and fight for it. I really want to know what determines who goes through. Is it the energy, or it's who gets the ball first? Anyway, good play there from Alan. Good effort there from Moses to set him up on that ball, and he goes hard on it. And Owen is a little bit frustrated and able to get that one in play. Service there from Sporters. Tall or wants to go over on that one, but that is an overreach. It's a fault from him, and you can see the ball is already on the other side, and him trying to go for it there is a foul. Yes, ball is on this side, and that is a foul from him. Now Sporters is back in 2 points lead. Ball goes to Waiswa behind, but Moses keeps it in play, and Daniel comes, and this time he gets that ball. But you can see he's still struggling a little bit there in his plays. He's still struggling a bit. And now substitution coming on for Kcca. Vincent is coming on for Elijah. I don't understand the instance of this substitution, because Elijah has been scoring for Kcca on the backcourt. And I see that Vincent is coming on. Is Vincent coming on to attack? I think he's coming on to bring in the attacking pressure there in four, and probably block. Good defense there from Magaba. Ball goes to Jonah, and he goes through. I think Owen didn't see that coming. He was trying to commit there on Sam, and he left the backcourt there open. Oh, and Sam didn't actually move. I think that is an error from Owen, because he didn't look at his person he's supposed to block, because Sam didn't actually move for the attack. It's an ace service. Yes, it is. And Sporters seems to be pushing and edging far away from Kcca. We can see it's now 14 points for Sporters and 9 for Kcca. Now I'll come to your comments. I see George Williams responded to Carol saying, Abalo, you prefer simple service and you get hammered. Serve hard. If it's on well, it's your advantage. If it's not, you go out knowing you did your best. That is what Williams thinks. And I see Matthias Bailey says, actually, this set was begun poorly by both teams. Services have failed the whole team of Kcca. I think Kcca would win the set with good decision making and services. Set has failed to know the scorers. Yes, that is a good analysis there. And I see also Matthias is saying Waisa was on with the backcourt and the setters failed to see that. Yes, I think that is a good point to note. But I would like to see more comments here that are coming in on what you think about errors, because it's a thing that most teams struggle with. And I see Coach Memory Dube, thank you for that good comment. She says, I think the comment is to me, so I'm going to read it and take it in my heart, because it's a lovely comment from her. Thank you so much, Coach Memory Dube, for tuning in and watching. Yeah, that comment is mine, guys, for those who are watching. Yeah. Good attack there from Sam, but there's a fault there on the line. The referee says that he crossed over onto the other side. And now Kcca is back into 3 points. Sporters had a 5-point lead, but now it's been shortened to 3 points. They are struggling to maintain their lead in this game. They're having a lead several times and struggling to keep it. And now Kcca is bringing on the service pressure, but Alan picks that one quite well. And now it's Jonathan who comes in with that good attack, and he goes high there and quick, and he's able to get that point. Good play there from Jonathan. This is now where I get to the comments. What are your predictions of this game? Do you think that Kcca will catch up, or do you think that this is actually already on for Sporters? But as you comment, just Please, I hope you won't retract your comments after things go differently from what you expect. Quick spike there from Ijongat in the middle. Good play from him. A wonderful, wonderful set from Chol on that one. And now they're just back in 3 points behind. And we saw Kcca closing that gap of 3 points and catching up. So let's see if they can do it even here. That's a good pick there from Jonah. Ball goes to Okia and kept alive. But Ijongat is unable to make a good play there, and that's an error. Now Sportes is back in a 4-point lead. Moses is coming on the front court, which is quite an advantage for Kcca. But he's a good blocker. I'm going to mention it. Yes, not very high, not as high as his teammates, but he's a good blocker. He places his block quite well. But I am going to mention that's an advantage for Kcca. They have a setter blocking there. So if the ball doesn't go to 4, then as I'm talking about it, they are able to get that point. And I think that is an error there from the backcourt defense from Alan there. He didn't treat that play quite well. But that's a good attack from Vincent. He knows he's having the setter and he manages to take it away and give his team a break. And now he's coming in for service. He's a good server. And you can see what I'm talking about, a little bit of a struggle there. But Jonathan comes in very hard off the 3-man block and gets that point. Also, there's a net fault there from Kcca. I think at this moment, Kcca is wondering which attacker should they block. Should they go to Emma? Should they go to Jonathan? But I would think they need to concentrate so much on Jonathan because we've not seen so much of Emma here. Yes, we saw a few balls there, but not as much as balls going to Jonathan. Ball goes to Weiser this time, and he goes on the side of Moses, and he's able to get that point despite that 3-man block. And Owen is coming back on, which is also another advantage for Kcca. Yeah, bringing in those high blockers, and the setter is in position too, so one more rotation and they'll have 3 attackers, which is also another chance. But that's a good pick, and Emma this time chooses to go for the dump, and he gets that point. It's now 15-19. And I remind you that these are the same scores that we saw in the previous sets, the first set, 15-19, and Kcca was able to try and make a comeback. So let's see if Sportes is doing things differently this time. Good serve there. Alan again struggles there with Chol. I just really want to know what determines who gets that ball first. I want to know what determines who wins on that net, the scuffle between the two players. Is it the energy? Is it the one who gets to the ball first? What exactly is it? Block and I think in this moment getting that block is a good push for Sportes to get their momentum and get they need 5 points, and Kcca is just looking for 4 to catch up. But that's a good connection there from Sam and Moses to get that block. Now Sportes is looking for 5. Moses is starving, and that means Daniel is back on the front court, and they get a free ball. But Moses sends it back, and now they get a free ball. But the block is there, but it's a block out there on Daniel and Sam. And I wonder why Moses chooses to send that ball back, really, because it was a good chance he could receive and give his team a chance to counter-attack. Kcca serving again. Good pick there for Bagaba. Ball goes to Sam and he gets that point. I think when you see Sam there in the front court, you quite expect him to be the one getting that ball. But as we've seen so far, the setter is mixing up his attackers, so it's also tough. See, Duke is coming on for Sam. For those who were asking about Duke, he's there, he's available, and this is his second time back on court since the first set, and he's coming to make that substitution for Alan and coming to give the service. It's a good serve and good pick there from Moses, and now Jonathan goes high off the hands and gets that point. Sporting is now 5 points ahead of Kcca, and they're just looking for 3 to get the game done. But Kcca is now calling the second timeout of this game. Again, service from Duke. And it's a wonderful block there from Jonathan and Samuel Ngwao. Good block. And I think Duke is doing what has brought him here. But take a look at the body language from the players of Kcca. I personally feel their appearance, the way they look like, it seems like they've given up on this game. That is how I feel. I don't know if maybe they could make a difference there. Oh no, yeah. Again, same position, same blocking. Kcca is shut down and still stuck at 17. And I think maybe at this moment, I personally think that Kcca has quite given up on this game. And now, those who were looking for Johnson Rukundo, he's coming on for this game. He's coming in this set, and it's set point. And you can see the setter is talking to him, and maybe he's letting him know that that ball could come to him. And Duke serves out on that one. He goes for the jump service and he sends it out. I think maybe this is the time that Sporters needs to psych up and get that point and take away the set, because volleyball is a funny game. If you don't finish it, usually things could get tough there. But I think Kcca has played wonderfully, especially playing against the defending champions. And Jake Rukundo gets that point and takes away the set. And it is 3-0 here at NSAMBYA Sports Arena. Thank you so much for those that have tuned in. And now, before we close, I want to get back to the comments. I see Matthias said, Shami, when the coach gives up, the players also give up. Yes, I get it. But I think Kcca played wonderfully. Of course, despite the several errors they made, they were making those block touches on Daniel's balls, something that we have not yet seen from other teams. And also they were pushing so hard. They were pushing in the sets, making those comebacks, trying to catch up, going hard. And like I said at the start, they were aggressive players. But again, on Sporters has not yet lost a set in this league, and they've not yet lost a game. And today Kcca tried to push them to their limits, but they were able to still patch up and get that set as well, the second set, that's the first set. So we see that the team is still quite strong. They are the defending champions. And next weekend, Sporters will be coming up against Nemo Stars. It's a game to watch out for, especially considering that Nemo Stars were the champions for National Club Champs against Sporters on the final. So it's a game to also tune in and watch out for. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm hoping that I'll see you more again on Wednesday. I think there are some games that are going to be at Ligogo MTN Arena on Wednesday. So please just be online and keep updated and enjoy it. And if you feel you didn't quite like the game, it's still on. You can come back and watch. You didn't quite watch comfortably, you can come back later and watch in your comfortable zone and enjoy. Otherwise, that is it from me, Shamira, for you. And have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.